Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test server and the big update has finally happened. So we did get our June 28th hotfix. As you can see, added the new Celestial hero Flora, added the new SNK hero Nakoruru, added a new event that allows players to exchange corresponding tokens for Nakoruru. The event will go online 6/28, which is US, until players cannot exchange these tokens until 8/28 or 8/22, excuse me. That means that's 2 months, a little less than 2 months to go ahead and get the tokens. And I believe then in 2 months you can exchange the tokens. But let's go ahead and take a look. Can we buy her in the dimensionals? That's what a lot of people are wondering. Dimensional deals, we still only have Arthur. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to buy her unless she's from the visiting merchant, which well, that's her picture, but that's not her. That's Yukio. So it looks like we have the armor here, and that's Yukio limited dimensional deal. So I do not see her in here available to buy. I wonder if you buy one of the dimensional heroes, if you can go ahead and pick her up, or if she will show up in here, because I don't see any other bundles either. But let's see where she's at, because they said she is in the store. So she is not for guild coin. She might be in the barracks. She is not in the barracks. Labyrinth store, which there is Arthur. I do not see her in here either. Legend Challenger store. There's Flora. So we do have Flora in there. So that is where they put her, which is very, very cool. So now it's going to be the difference between Aziz, Athalia, or Flora on depending who you're building and who you're getting copies of. But she's only 150,000. She's not the 250,000, which makes a huge, huge difference. I haven't really looked at Flora's skills. We did look at the other hero, but Flora I have not looked at very much. So let's take a look at the heroes. We'll test both of them, which here is Flora. So ultimate skill, Sea of Flowers. Flora targets the most densely packed group of enemies and unleashes a Sea of Flowers which lasts for 12 seconds onto them, dealing 200% AoE damage to the target. Enemies that are within the Sea of Flowers lose 40% worth of Flora's attack rating as health per second. Wow, so if you can get Flora's attack rating really, really high, that percentage is going to climb pretty quick. Only one Sea of Flowers may be active at a time. So Sea of Flowers, the mostly densely packed group, which means that Skarath is going to be really good. Anoki might be really good to keep the heroes together, to really focus them together into one pack. Second ability, which is Airborne. Flora flies high into the air at the beginning of the battle, where she remains until all of her allies have perished. So she waits until everyone is dead, during which time she cannot be targeted by any enemies or allies. So essentially, she's going to leave the battle. While in the air, she consistently releases magic dust down upon her enemies, dealing 110% AoE damage to the targets. So that's going to be a little bit tough to deal with, because if she flies in the air and she cannot be targeted, meaning it's going to be a 4-on-5. If they have CC, it could be a 3-on-5, which means you're going to have some heavy tanks to be able to survive actually when she is gone, or when two heroes are gone and cannot be targeted, because a lot of the other heroes are going to focus down the remaining 3 or 4 heroes that you have. So that skill will be unique to see. Third one, which is Swoop. Flora sacrificed 25% of her current health in order to send her little bird swooping across the battlefield. Each enemy that is in the little bird's path is dealt an amount of damage equal to 55% of the health that Flora sacrificed. So not only her attack rating is going to have a big impact, but it's going to have a big impact on the health that she has, because 25% of her current health, so the higher her health, the more damage this is going to do. The ability cannot be used when Flora's health falls below 60%. Going to have to keep her healed. So that's where either a Rowan might come in or a Namora might come in. After inflicting damage upon the enemy, the little bird grants each ally that it passes a protective shield which lasts for 5 seconds. The shield is able to mitigate an amount of damage equal to 65% of the health that Flora sacrificed. So again, sacrificing more health. If she sacrifices 25% of her current health, the higher health that she has is going to make a big, big difference, because she is going to be sacrificing 25% of it at a higher rate. Damage dealt is equal to 60% of the health value sacrificed, which is good instead of 55. Again, going to be very, very interesting to see where she fits in and what teams are going to be built around her, because her skills seem pretty solid. Rejuvenation, Flora is able to recover 0.6% of her max health per second in the battle while using this ability. Simultaneously, each time a non-summoned character recovers 10% of their maximum health, Flora will also recover 3.5% of that character's health for herself. So again, it seems like she's going to work really, really good with Namora with these two skills, with the third skill and the fourth skill. Recovery 0.8 of own health, recovers 1% of own maximum health per second. So seems pretty strong, especially if you're boosting her attack rating and if you do have the ability to heal, because that's a pretty cool heal. So she'll actually heal off of other heroes healing, which again, I'm not sure if Inoki's heal over time is going to make a difference. I don't know if Arthur's heal over time is going to make a difference. We'll have to see what is going to really make a difference with her and what teams she's going to work with. She is a Celestial, which I absolutely love because she does carry the 4 or 5 hero faction bonus if she is in a team. She does look pretty cool riding on her little flowers too. Let's check out the signature item. Reduces an enemy's haste by 20 points for 4 seconds when the ability Swoop deals critical damage to an enemy. Not too big. I know Wukong reduces haste, and he's really, really good in PvP. Haste in battle by 20 points. I don't think it has that much of a difference unless we get something else. Reduces an enemy haste by 35 points for 4 seconds. Flora's health is above 90%. The cooldown of her Swoop is reduced by 250%. And the plus 30 reduces an enemy haste by 50 points for 5 seconds when she deals critical damage. Remember, I believe Wukong reduces it by 100 points, not 50 points. So it'd be interesting to see how fast she is casting, and also if you put her in like a Twins and Rowan cycle on how fast her abilities are going to cast and how much damage she's really going to do. So very, very cool to see the new hero. Let's go ahead and test her out, which I want to see there. She flies above the battle so nobody can target her. And she rains AoE damage, which is essentially what she's doing. And there's her ultimate, which is the Field of Flowers. Not too big of a field, but when you think of like Skarath's ultimate to bring everyone together, that's going to be about perfect. And it looks like she actually just stays up above the battlefield the majority of the time, which is pretty cool as well. So you're not going to have another hero actually in combat. I think when her health hits a certain percentage, she'll come down. But she is healing. If you see her up there, she is healing. So very, very unique hero, but very cool to see. It's going to be interesting to see where she's being used and what team she's really going to work with well. But it is cool to see just to have such a unique ability, especially like I said, if you can go ahead and keep all the enemies together and really pack them up with Inoki or pack them up with Skarath. Keeping the heroes all together is going to make a big, big difference because of her AoE ability, which there was her little bird that swooped right through. Not even sure. There goes the bird again. So again, very cool hero. It's going to be interesting to see how she is going to be utilized. But let's go ahead and look at our other hero, which is our new dimensional hero. She should be right at the bottom. And there she is. Nakoruru, as we've seen from her abilities, running chest jab, which is her ultimate, knocks a single enemy onto the ground, removing all their defensive shield effects as a result, then proceeding to stab the enemy, dealing 460% damage, up to 520% damage. That is a huge, huge amount of damage that she can do. And they made her ranger, and yes, she is agility based, meaning that the gear you pick up for Yukio, you can pick up for Nakoruru, and you don't have to have another set. Thank you, Lilith. That was one of my biggest pet peeves. As you know, Arthur is strength-based. Yukio is agility-based, same as Nakoruru. Trying to get their gear with guild coins out of the shop because it's on such a big rotation. Even getting gear in the guild shop that you already have. For instance, I seen the dimensional plate boots probably 24 times before I finally got the weapon. But let's get back to Nakoruru. Nakoruru attacks an enemy that are within her range 3 times. Each attack deals 190% damage to the target and also interrupts their current action. 200% damage, 40% of the damage caused will be recovered, which is very good. So she does have a little bit of a heal. And again, with her being the Ranger spec, I love the Ranger spec because it does a significant amount of damage over what the other trees do. Amu, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Shikakapu. Mahaha swoops down at the enemy backline as they prepare to use an ability excluding their ultimate. So again, this is what a lot of people have said, is excluding their ultimate ability. So you cannot cancel the ult, which people were hoping for. Deals 220% of damage to them and causing them to be stunned for 2 seconds. This ability can be activated every 6 seconds. So that's actually very, very cool. Level 3, 4 seconds. So if you can stun a hero for 2 seconds every 4 seconds, in PvP, that is going to be just absolutely crazy with the amount of time. So essentially, if every 6 seconds you can, or every 4 seconds you can stun for 2 seconds, that combined with other heroes, I'm thinking Pharrell, the ability to really lock down targets. She's going to have the ability to lock down targets and lock down a significant amount of targets if you're building a CC team with her, which would be very, very cool. Kimu Matsub. Nakoruru is carried by her bird towards the weakest target. Once close, she pounces on an enemy target, dealing 280% damage to them. So similar to an Isabella, she's going to target the weakest enemy target and try to kill them. This ability may be used up to 2 times per battle. Once her health falls below 70% for the first time and then 40% for the first time. While being carried, she cannot be attacked and will recover 400% worth of attack rating as health. So anytime that she uses this ability, she's going to be a big, big heal, especially if her attack rating is high. She's going to do a lot of damage and have a big heal. And she is a ranger, so she does have some added bonuses there when it comes to the attacking. Let's check out her signature item, which is the Chiki Chiki Ushu. Stuns enemy for 1.5 seconds and sends them hurling into the air whenever a normal attack deals a crit. So if you could really stack her crit, that would be pretty tough, especially if she's critting. That's kind of crazy. Again, when it comes to PvP or when it comes to the campaign, she has quite a few stuns, quite a few heals. Attack frequency of normal attacks is raised to 20%, 40%, and stun effect lasts for 3 seconds. Wow, so that's pretty crazy if the stun is lasting for 3 seconds with every crit. It's going to be interesting to see exactly where, again, she is going to be used, but I can see her being way, way better than Yukio already. So let's go ahead and test her here. And there's her little triple attack. And there was her little jab. She's jumped right on top with the stab. So not too much in the animation aspect of it. If you look, I mean, that's pretty much everything. I'm trying to look where she's carried by the bird, which I'm not seeing. She does her 3 little attacks. She does her ultimate with her jab. She is healing for a considerable amount, as you can see there. So very cool. So being a melee hero, the only thing that I find disappointing sometimes with the agility heroes is the survival. That's the problem we have with Yukio. That's the problem that we find with Titus, that we find with a lot of agility heroes, is when they're going into attack, they have a tendency to die really easy unless they have very, very strong support. And even a hero like Rowan, a majority of the time when I've ran Yukio, runs out of the range of potions, essentially, for what Rowan brings. So 2 very, very cool heroes. This is on the test server, like I've said before at the beginning. This is the test server. I believe on the 30th, the heroes will be released. So we do not have too long, and they will both be up. And I'm really wondering where she is going to be available in the shop here. New event that allows the players to exchange tokens. I wonder if it's just going to be in the event side of it, which don't have anything yet. Nope, nothing as of now. So we got the dimensional, it's still Yukio. So I'm not seeing anything else for the new hero, and I'm not seeing her in the shop. So we're just going to have to go ahead and wait to see exactly how she's going to be available, because we can see her, but we can't buy her. Like I said before, I'm not sure if there's a way to unlock her or if there's something we have to do, but Flora is in there for 150, which again is kind of crazy because Aziz and Athalia are still 250. I think they really just need to lower these down to 150 to make it a lot more viable to pick up the heroes, save us a lot of tokens, because for most players, tokens are not very easy to come by, and it takes a long time to get 250,000 tokens. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. 2 brand new heroes, which is very, very cool to see. I am very excited for both of them. Anytime that Lilith releases new heroes, it's always a very exciting time, especially when they do heroes, when they do events. Very cool to see. I cannot wait to see Flora in action, and I cannot wait to see the new dimensional hero. If she is coming out and we can just buy her, Nakoruru, I'm just going to go pick her up like I normally do so we can test her out. We can see what she's about. And like I said, being an agility hero, very, very cool, because I already do have the gear from Yukio that we picked up. And with her being of the Ranger spec, very cool as well. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching.